Imagine you're walking down the gritty, graffiti-decked alleyways of the toughest neighborhoods. You hear the raw pulse of music echo through the silence, resounding with a hauntingly familiar rhythm. It's more than just a beat, it's a voice. It's the call of the streets, the pounding rhythm of life, and the universal language of struggle and ambition. These voices had once ruled these same alleyways, bending words and beats into heart-wrenching stories, rhyming their way out of the concrete jungles to the heights of stardom. But as abruptly as their beats once broke the silence, they were silenced forever. In the rap game, tragedy walks arm in arm with talent. The greater the talent, the harsher the world seems to crash around them. Today, we'll take a journey into the life and tragic demise of 10 legendary rappers. Tupac Shakur. Tupac Shakur, the man who needs no introduction, was a legend in the world of hip-hop. Known for his lyrical depth and unmistakable flow, Tupac was not just a rapper. He was a cultural icon whose influence resonated far beyond his music. It was the night of September 7th, 1996 when tragedy struck. Shakur was cruising down the Las Vegas Strip after attending a Mike Tyson fight. Suddenly, a white Cadillac pulled up next to his BMW, and a hail of bullets erupted. Shakur was struck multiple times, succumbing to his injuries 6 days later, a moment that sent shockwaves around the globe. Theories have swirled around for years, pointing fingers in every direction. Some suggest it was the culmination of the infamous East Coast-West Coast hip-hop feud. Others argue it was a retaliatory strike for a casino brawl Tupac was involved in earlier that night. Then, there's the theory that it was an inside job. Truth is, despite the myriad of conspiracy theories, the motive behind Tupac's murder remains a mystery to this day, adding another layer of intrigue to his unforgettable legacy. The Notorious B.I.G. Christopher Wallace, better known by his stage names The Notorious B.I.G. and Biggie Smalls, was an influential American rapper. Born and bred in Brooklyn, New York, he burst onto the music scene in the mid-90s and quickly became a poster child for East Coast hip-hop. In the early hours of March 9, 1997, just after leaving a party, Biggie met a tragic end. He was sitting in the passenger seat of a car when another vehicle pulled up alongside. An unidentified assailant in the other vehicle fired 4 shots, one of which proved fatal. Biggie was just 24. Speculations abound, with many pointing to the infamous East Coast-West Coast rivalry that dominated hip-hop during the 90s. Others believe it was a retaliation for the murder of fellow rapper Tupac Shakur, or maybe it was a more personal motive that hasn't yet come to light. Despite investigations, the killer's identity and true motive remain a mystery, making Biggie's death one of music's most notorious unsolved cases. Big L. Big L, born Lamont Coleman, was a Harlem-born rapper renowned for his skilled wordplay and freestyle talent. He played a significant role in New York's underground hip-hop scene in the 90s, emerging as a force to be reckoned with. Tragedy struck on February 15, 1999, as Big L, merely 24 years old, was gunned down in his own neighborhood. He was hit with multiple shots to the head and chest, the assassin showing no mercy. As for the reason, it appears that Big L's death was not connected to his rap career, but rather to his older brother's criminal activities. His brother was serving a prison sentence at the time, and it's believed that Big L was murdered as an act of revenge against him. Despite these theories, like many other fallen rap stars, the exact motive behind Big L's murder remains shrouded in mystery, casting a dark shadow over the legacy of one of hip-hop's most promising talents. Jam Master Jay. Jason Mizell, universally known as Jam Master Jay, was one-third of the legendary hip-hop group Run DMC. Renowned for his skills on the turntables, Jay helped pioneer the art of DJing and brought hip-hop into the mainstream. On the evening of October 30th, 2002, life took a tragic turn. Jay was in a recording studio in Queens when an unidentified man burst in, firing shots. One bullet struck Jay in the head, ending his life instantly. He was 37. The motives behind his murder were a mystery for years. Some speculated it was a fallout from a business deal gone wrong, while others suggested it was connected to a feud in the music industry. However, in 2020, 2 men were charged in relation to his murder. Authorities claim the killing was linked to a drug deal dispute. Yet, despite the arrests, there are still unanswered questions surrounding the exact circumstances of his death, and the case continues to cast a shadow. Soulja Slim. Soulja Slim, born James Tapp Jr., was a renowned rapper hailing from New Orleans. Known for his raw, gritty style, he was a prominent figure in the southern hip-hop scene, working with artists like Master P and Juvenile. On November 26, 2003, tragedy struck. Slim was gunned down on the front lawn of his mother's house, shot multiple times. He was declared dead at the scene, the city losing one of its finest talents to the epidemic of gun violence. Some suggest it was a result of an escalating street beef. Others hint at a record deal dispute. In 2003, police arrested a suspect who was later released due to insufficient evidence. Despite the arrest, the exact reason behind his murder remains a mystery, shrouded in speculations and rumors. Slim's death marked a tragic loss for the hip-hop community, the echoes of his distinctive voice still resonating in the music he left behind. Mac Dre. Andre Hicks, better known as Mac Dre, was a charismatic rapper from California's Bay Area. Known for his flamboyant persona and pioneering role in the hi-fi movement, Mac Dre became a cult figure in West Coast hip-hop. Mac Dre's life ended abruptly on November 1, 2004. He was riding in a van on a Kansas City freeway post-performance when an unknown assailant in another vehicle opened fire. Dre was struck and killed, dying at the scene. He was just 34. The motive behind his murder has been a subject of much speculation. Some theories point to a dispute over a show payment. Others suggest he was the victim of a random act of violence. Despite years of investigations, no one has been charged with his murder, and the real reasons behind his death remain obscured. XXXTentacion. Jahseh Onfroy, known worldwide as XXXTentacion, was a controversial yet massively popular rapper from Florida. Famous for his versatile style and raw emotional lyrics, he made a significant impact on modern hip-hop in a relatively short period. On June 18, 2018, XXXtentation was tragically killed. After leaving a motorcycle dealership in Deerfield Beach, Florida, he was shot by two men in a dark SUV. The 20-year-old rapper was rushed to the hospital but was declared dead shortly after. The motive behind XXXtentation's murder was initially surrounded by speculation. However, it eventually emerged that the killing was a robbery gone wrong. The assailants had targeted XXXtentation for his expensive bag filled with cash. 4 suspects were later arrested and charged with his murder. Despite the tragedy, XXXtentation's music continues to inspire a generation of fans, leaving a lasting legacy in the world of music. Nipsey Hussle. Ermias Asghedom, better known as Nipsey Hussle, was an influential rapper and entrepreneur from Los Angeles. Celebrated for his gritty lyrics and commitment to his community, Nipsey was a beacon in the hip-hop world and beyond. On March 31, 2019, Nipsey's life was cut short. He was outside his clothing store, Marathon Clothing, in South Los Angeles when a man approached and shot him multiple times. Despite being rushed to the hospital, Nipsey didn't survive. He was just 33. As to why he was killed, the motivations seem personal. The suspect, Eric Holder, reportedly had a dispute with Nipsey earlier that day. Holder, allegedly a gang member, was arrested and charged with murder. Some believe the shooting was a result of this personal beef, while others theorize about potential larger conspiracies. Pop Smoke. Bashar Baraka Jackson, popularly known as Pop Smoke, was a rising star in the American rap scene. Born in Brooklyn, New York, Pop Smoke became known for his deep, gravelly voice and his role in pioneering the drill music scene in Brooklyn. The burgeoning artist's life was abruptly cut short on February 19, 2020. In the early morning hours, several masked men broke into the Hollywood Hills home where Pop Smoke was staying. They fired multiple shots, fatally wounding the rapper. Pop Smoke was only 20 years old. Initially, theories around his death were rife, from gang retaliation to a targeted hit. However, investigations revealed that it was a robbery gone tragically wrong. The suspects, who were later arrested, had seen the address of the house in a social media post by Pop Smoke. Despite his early departure, Pop Smoke's music continues to live on, a testament to his undeniable talent and the impression he made in his short career. King Vaughn. Davon Daquan Bennett, better known as King Vaughn, was a rising star from Chicago's drill music scene. Known for his gripping storytelling and visceral lyrics, King Vaughn rapidly gained traction in the hip-hop industry. On November 6, 2020, King Vaughn's life was tragically cut short. He was involved in an early morning altercation outside an Atlanta nightclub that escalated into a shooting. King Vaughn was shot and later died in the hospital. He was only 26. The reasons behind the fatal shooting seem to stem from a street dispute. The alleged shooter, Timothy Leaks, was associated with rival rapper Quando Rondo, who was reportedly part of the altercation. Despite Leaks being charged with King Von's murder, the incident spurred various theories and further enmity within the rap community. In the world of hip-hop, these artists left an indelible mark, each contributing uniquely to the ever-evolving tapestry of the genre. Their lives, though tragically cut short, live on through their music and continue to inspire and influence generations. That was for this episode. Until next time, see ya.